Fatima College just taking their foot off the gas. Will be a bit more difficult for them to find that space that they found earlier.
Well, Edwards rolls it out to Jaden Williams. Gets it to Nunes. So this is Nunes in possession. Gets it to Alcantara. He goes across towards Hospitalis. They're going to play it forward. Romani has made that run up that right side, but it's quickly won by King. He gets it to Thompson. He gives it right back to Hospitalis, who in turn gives it away as QRC looking to come forward with Kwashi. Ball comes off of Williams, and it's going to be a throw for QRC. There is yeah, we're going to have a look at it again, because he had a lot of opportunity to settle the ball and then shoot.
I just comes down to the lack of chances that you created, and one chance that you get, it's snatching that in.
Yes, but we're going to take a look at that chance from QRC in a little bit. Here is a ball sent forward by Nunes. Eventually picked up by Hospitalis. Goes wide towards Williams. Still in control. Gets it towards Romani. Goes all the way back towards Nunes. This is Nunes. Atong. Hospitalis. He gives it away. And it's picked up by, let's see, it looked like King, as it's Nunes now in possession. Plays a good ball to Jordan, comes in field with it, still in possession. He gives it away though, Franklin, and all of a sudden both teams guilty of giving the ball away.
Yeah, I think it's a critical juncture in the game, in particular for QRC, for Fatima. Well, speaking of QRC, though, they did get an opportunity, and well, this is a sitter. Time and room. I could have parked the jumbo jet with the amount of space that he was given. Well, guess what? He couldn't park his jet up in the top corner. Sent it a long way over, up and away.
Missed the runway, didn't he? Yeah, that's what I thought, James. But here goes Nelson. This is Kwashi. Just trying to do a little too much. Loses out. It's picked up here by Jordan. Bailey. As Jordan continues that run up the left side. This is Bailey, the skipper. Looking to come in field with it, gives it to Jordan. Headed away. And the Kwashi challenging Jordan for it. Eventually it's picked up by Alcantara. This is Nunes. Is he going to have a go? No. Plays it to Shaves. Shaves coming inside with it. Has a shot, but not very powerful. And it's easy pickings for Austin.
Well, I wouldn't argue with a man like Shaves for having a go, but I think he made the wrong decision. Did everything right. Nice movement of the ball to find space in behind the defense. But when he cut inside, he opened up a big picture, and there was a man coming in on the far side. One ball across to him, and it might have been a different story.
But here is Bailey getting it to Jordan. He can't control it. Game has lost its, how should I put it, James? It's slowed a little bit, and QRC needs to pick up the pace, don't they?
pizzazz, is that the word you're looking for?
Yeah, I could be looking for that word, but at the end of the day, QRC needs to pick it up because they just can't relax. They've got to try and keep the pressure on or put more pressure on this Fatima team. Well, here's Bailey. Jordan going up that left side as per usual. Sends the cross in. Austin comes, he drops it. My word, and eventually still it's chipped, but it's chipped wide by Romani. So Austin looking very, very uncomfortable in the QRC goal. I mean, this was an element you take for him, James, and it was unfortunate. There's coach Kenwin Jones, but he looked so assured against Malik. Today, I don't know if it's the final and the nerves have got the better of him.
Yeah, well, one of the things with Cristiano Austin, didn't play as many matches as you'd have liked in the season. His coach mentioned that he was injured early, did miss a couple of matches, and sometimes it's just difficult coming in late in the season and trying to get up to speed with the rhythm. And I think just a bit of nerves is getting the better of him on a couple of occasions.
Well, Franklin loses out to Shaves. Still Shaves, he goes down, but the referee says play on. This ball is played out here to Gray. Gray decides to go back to Thompson, but out comes goalkeeper Austin. Sends the ball deep into the heart of the Fatima defense, but Williams pumps it back forward. Bailey giving chase. He gets there before the defender. Looking for some support now. Tries to go past the defender, and he's not been able to keep it in, and it's going to be a goal kick. So the whistle went long before. Nice bit of play though, and Shaves took that goal well, but really and truly, the whistle had gone long before.
Yeah, like a good fireworks show. It looked good when it lasted. Unfortunately, that one drifted across the goal line before Bailey could get it across the Shaves, but Shaves certainly putting on an exhibition, exactly what he could do when that ball comes into that area.
Well, here's QRC playing around with the ball at the back. Well, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. What is Austin thinking here? Well, you know, this is suicidal now. I mean, you know, this is goals that they have absolutely given away. Look at that. They're playing with it at the back. What's he doing? I mean, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
On the contrary though, of course, totally at fault for giving away possession. But what were the defenders doing? You've got to give your goalkeeper a better angle to get rid of it, particularly if you know he's not as good with his feet. You've got to give him a big picture. You've got to create passing lanes early, and I don't think that the defenders did that well enough. They've got to share responsibility for that.
The thing is, James, they've been giving away goals at the back by poor defending. Get the ball away from your goal as far as possible and as quickly as possible. But here comes Bailey. The ball goes out towards Jordan, plays it in field, and eventually it's cleared away by Franklin. Nunes doesn't really hold on to it well, but in the end he does well. Gets it to Edwards. Edwards is going to go across to Williams. So this is Jaden Williams. Shaves can't control it. It's picked up by Gray. Chips it downfield. Looking for Nelson, but it goes all the way to the keeper. So Fatima comfortably leading here by 4-0. And you really have to say at the end, they were gifted the goals, James. There's no doubt about it.
Now in the pre-game build-up, I spoke about Edwards on the opposite end in Fatima's goal. And I mentioned that goalkeeping has been a bit disappointing in this year's edition of the secondary schools football. Edwards has stood out, and I think primarily some teams have been just undone by poor goalkeeping. I think it's an area that league administrators and coaches will have to look into, getting specialist goalkeeping coaches in there and work with the goalkeepers.
We saw a good bit of goalkeeping by the presentation keeper, Lazarus. He actually won the man of the match, and he was excellent. I mean, at the end of the day, presentation won by 1-0, and he was the one who really kept presentation in the game.
Yeah, his father is a goalkeeping coach as well. Goalkeeping coach of Fatima. So he's been tutored. He's also a national goalkeeper, Michael Lazarus. However, I think there needs to be an intervention in that regard. If anything that I would point my finger at wholeheartedly and say that I'm a bit disappointed in is a level of goalkeeping across the country in the secondary schools.
Well, here is Gray coming forward with it. And that's ball nicely played through, but it's going to... Out comes Edwards. That is positive, good goalkeeping. Edwards realized the danger early, James, and he came out, he pounced on it, and he thwarted whatever danger QRC was posing there.
And that's the difference when you've got a goalkeeper that inspires confidence, can win you games in tough moments.
This is Bailey. Gets it back to Shaves, looking to go wrong his man and trying to do a little too much, but Fatima come again through Romani. Hospitalis sends it in field. Shaves heads it on to Bailey. Bailey playing it back, looking for a tongue, and it's cleared downfield. So it's going to be a throw for Fatima. So we're in the final 30 seconds. We understand that there's no time added on. So we should hear the whistle after 45 minutes. This is Bailey. Jordan. It's a good tackle coming back there was Nelson. But now he gets beaten. And this is Nelson. Does well to keep it in, but eventually it goes out for a throw. The referee has blown his whistle to indicate that 45 minutes have been played. We're at the half here at the Hasely Crawford Stadium. It's the Coca-Cola North Zone Intercol final, and Fatima College, they are leading by 4-0. 2 goals from Shaves, 1 from Williams, and 1 from Bailey. And really and truly, one has to say they were gifted, James, no doubt, gifted those 4 goals.
Yeah, I think the better team is ahead at the moment, but also I think the team that has made the least amount of errors, and unfortunately for QRC, they're on the opposite end of that. They've made so many errors, and I think as well as you can coach, as best as you can set your team up, if you self-sabotage, it's going to bite you in the butt, and that's exactly what happened.
Yes, and that's what exactly has happened here to QRC. They went down as early as this. They went down as early as the 2nd minute when Shaves capitalized on a mistake. He had 2 mistakes basically in the 2nd and the 41st minute. Then Williams scored in the 15th and Bailey in the 25th minute, and that was it. Fatima College comfortably leading here at half-time by 4-0 against Queen's Royal College, and you just have to think, what can they do to get back into this game in the second half? It's going to be a Herculean effort for them to get back into this game. I don't know how they're going to make it, but we'll have to wait and see. So we're at half here at the Hasely Crawford Stadium. Fatima College leading by 4-0. We're going to take a break.
I got a mortgage customized to fit me.
Same day pre-approval on my loan. Wow!
Lower mortgage payments, so I have money to do more of the things that matter.
Happiness is owning my own crib.
Take advantage of our same-day mortgage pre-approval plus customized financing of up to 100% and enjoy low monthly payments. Happiness is home. Own it with BMBS.
VM, we're here for you.
We are written into this land. You are written into our story. Together stronger we stand. Your win is our victory.
We're a firm foundation, here to stay.
Build you a brighter way. Transform your everyday. Transform your
VM Group.
everyday.
Transform your everyday.
At the Hasty Crawford Stadium, with the current score being 4-0 in favor of Fatima College versus QRC. Joining me now is assistant coach Kerry Batista. Coach, first half is done. What are your thoughts on the team's performance so far?
Well, we're not winning our individual battles. We are second to all the balls. We left 4 goals in. We are not communicating well. We didn't defend it well. So those are the things that are going to the dressing room and fix and come back out second half.
Well, your team, as you know, is down 4-0. So you have everything to play for. What is the conversation going to be like with the boys before they get into second half?
Well, definitely it's going to be a motivational pep talk, because at the end of the day, we are 4-0 down and we are trying to win this North Zone title. So everything got to be up and up from here on out.
Thank you so much, Coach Kerry Batiste. All the best in second half.
Okay, thanks.
Joining me now is assistant coach Russell Sutton from Fatima College. Now, coach, first half, as we know, is over. You guys are ahead by 4 goals. How do you assess the first half so far?
Well, actually, we saw QRC play against Malik, and we realized they're not comfortable in the back of the ball. So what we decided to do is to do a high press, and you could see from the results, 4 goals. Can ask for more from your team in the first half and a final.
Certainly, coach. So how are you going to maintain this winning streak going into second half?
Well, goal win matches, and we want to continue leaving a statement in the college league. We disappoint our fans against Benedict's. We want to let people know that Fatima reach, and we will continue to score goals in the second half as much as possible.
Thank you so much, Coach
It was a pleasure.
All the best in the next 45 minutes.
Same to you. Thanks a lot.
Right now, I'm going to send it over to Colin and James, who are going to give us today's highlights.
Well, thank you so much, Siobhan. Let's take a look back at some of the good stuff and some of the bad, depending on what side of the fence you're on. And early in the match, it was QRC, as early as the first minutes, Bailey carving open the opportunity. And when the goalkeeper couldn't hold on, guess who's there? Yep, you got it. Shaves cleaning up the spill. And just like that, they were 1-0 ahead, Fatima College. Strong celebration. Later on, quite too narrow. And, Williams just slips it under the goalkeeper. And easy like that, QRC was steering a 2-goal deficit. Hugs for everybody. QRC, well, they gave away possession quite cheaply. And when Bailey picked the pocket of the wing-back, well, that was as easy as you get. It's not even Sunday morning, but he just made it look so simple. The skipper, 1 assist, 1 goal, and 3-0 for Fatima College. And there was to be more disaster for the team in blue, although they did get a piece of an opportunity, and when they did, they sent that one far away from the intended target. Then the goalkeeper, miscommunication, the back pass, no outlet. By the time he looked up, guess who was there? Yep, Shaves, and that was the second of the match. No time and space given from Shaves, closing down the goalkeeper. And after he picked his pocket, scored the second of the match. Fatima College leading by 4 goals to 0 at halftime.
they're comfortably leading. Let's quickly go through the stats. 2 shots to 14, and that really tells you the story. 11 shots on target for Fatima, none at the moment for QRC. 2 fouls to 4 for Fatima, no yellow cards, no red cards, 1 offside QRC, 2 offsides for Fatima, 1 corner apiece, and 7 saves so far from the QRC goalkeeper. He's let in 4, but he saved 7, and the possession 61% for Fatima, 39% for the possession for QRC. So that's the highlights, that's the stats. Let's go down to Hans and see who he's got with him.
Thank you very much, James and Colin. Right now joined by Tevin Gill, former Fatima College player. And next to me we have QRC. This is the man that leads all the chants and the cheers every single game, Emil Patrick. I mean, you all have seen his face so many times in the stands. Tevin, now as a former player of Fatima College, how does it feel to see the score where it is today?
I mean, not just today, but we've seen the quality that Fatima has all season long.
Yeah.
I mean, they went on a very good unbeaten streak as well. And I mean, it's really good to see now in this final. I mean, they're no stranger to finals in terms of Intercol. And it's good to see that even in the first half, they could produce this type of quality in terms of scoring 4 goals in the first half. I mean, right now they're in the driver's seat, so, you know, we'll see how it goes.
Now, as a former player, what would it have meant to you if we had these games live on TV the way we do now on Sportsmax and TV6?
I mean, it's amazing to see what Sportsmax has been able to do in terms of the last few years, in terms of giving these young men and young players amazing exposure. I mean, I wish I had this in our time.
Yeah.
There's no telling what could have come of players that were in our generation with this type of exposure. But I mean, it's really good to see that they're getting this kind of exposure, like I said, and not only that, but being able to have clips easily available to them for the process of applying to universities.
And they always talk about it, so we say we do it for the future. Emil, what keeps you motivated to come in here every game, lead the chants, have the team going, have the crowd going? What does it mean, and what gets you to that point?
Yes, well, of course, you know, being a player on the Intercol team, yet suffering with the injury, of course, you had to miss out a couple of games.
Yeah.
So, of course, win, lose or draw, the school spirit is always there. We must always keep the chant going, must always keep the crowd going. And that's it. I always here to represent my team. Love always.
What do they need to do in the next half?
Next half, I think they need to focus more on keeping the possession, being patient with the ball, as well as in the back, the 2 centre-backs, they need to communicate more as well as keep the structure on. And just be patient. I think with enough motivation, enough support, they could potentially be a comeback. So we'll see.
All right, thank you very much,
all right.
Tevin. Thank you very much, Emil. Y'all, the score is 4-0. Fatima leading QRC in the Coca-Cola Intercol North Zone Final. In the next half, we see if Fatima can hold on to that lead or can QRC pull something out of the box. We'll be right back here at the Hasty Crawford Stadium.
Welcome back here to a very sunny Hazley Crawford Stadium, and it's at half. It's Fatima College. They're leading by 4-0 here, and really and truly it's been a comfortable first half for Fatima. Real mistakes made by the Queen's Royal College defense, and they've gifted Fatima College those 4 goals. And knowing Fatima as I do, James, they're going to be coming out looking for more in the second half. They are not, you talk about, a team has a lead and you manage the game, you get a little bit more tight defensively. Not this Fatima team. They remind me of St. Benedict's, and when I say, if St. Benedict's are 4 up at halftime, they're looking for 6, they're looking for 8, and it's the same with this Fatima team.
Yeah, of course, I'd be disappointed if I saw anything else. Hudson Charles, coach of Fatima College, he's not going to be satisfied. He has one eye on that team you just mentioned, St. Benedict's College, and the National Intercol. And he'll be using this match to get some of his ideas across, to try things that he'd like to try. And I expect that the Fatima College would certainly have their foot on the pedal for the entire 90 minutes. QRC though, their job to make it as difficult as possible. I think it's over as a contest if you're being realistic. However, if they can't make it uncomfortable for Fatima College, their fans would feel a bit more appeased in the second half.
Well, we see it looks as Fatima, they're making a substitution. Number 4, Atherton. I'm not sure who he's come on for. So Atherton, and he's gone into that position in the central defense together with Williams, and just having a look to see who may have come off. But there's Alcantara, gets it to Williams, and there's the man who's come on as a substitute, Atherton. And I think Jordan is off the field, so substitution. Atherton in, and Jordan is off, but here's Bailey, gets it to Shaves. This is Atong, and Fatima ready, looking to come forward, and it's going to be a free kick for Fatima. Atong is over the ball. Well, he gets it back to Hospitalis, and he now leaves it for Noons. So Noons is going to look to go to goal. Plays it wide to Hospitalis, who's made a good run, but he can't get wrong his man, and eventually it's cleared away. So it's going to be a goal kick for QRC. Idea was good. I thought just a little bit of control that Hospitalis was missing there.
Yeah, needed a better touch. And in the end, the defending from QRC. They'd want that lock to follow them for the remainder of this 45.
Well, here is Austin. It's a long ball forward, but headed by Atherton. A little bit of a tussle here. Bailey does well. Gets the better of Tuckett, but goes out of play. The throw already taken, but Hospitalis picks it up, gets it to Alcantara. Is he brought down? Yes, he is. It's going to be a free kick for Fatima. So there is confirmation of the substitution. Atherton on and Jordan off.
It's been one of the mainstays of this team, Atherton, for much of the season. His father is somewhere in the audience looking on.
Yeah,
fighter Atherton. He played at Fire Service back in the day.
I'm a little surprised, James, that he's lost his place on the team, and they've decided to go with Jordan. Jordan, in fact, started as a wide midfielder, and the ball played in. See, let's just have a look at this. But still, Fatima coming forward. It's with Hospitalis. Gets it to Bailey. Back to Hospitalis. Turns nicely with it, but a loose ball is picked up by Atong, and he can't get by Lamsey, and it's going to be a throw. Yeah, Jordan started as a wide midfielder pushing up, and Noons played the wing back, and Atherton was in the center. Atherton has lost his place, and Jordan, in fact, has come back now to the wing back, and Noons has come inside. Here's a long ball being chased. Edwards gets there before Nelson.
Yeah, in modern football, you look at modern centre-backs, a lot of them are chosen because of their ball-playing ability. And I think Jordan, I'm not in the dressing room to find out exactly what's going on, but I think Jordan might get the nod ahead of Atherton because of his ability to help build up from behind. Atherton is a rugged defender, he's a solid defender. Probably might argue even better defensively than Jordan, but I think the way that Hudson Charles wants to play, Jordan might get the nod in some games ahead of Atherton.
Kenwin Jones there. Hope he don't blame Sportsmax for this defeat. But here is that ball being played in field as QRC pick it up, but Atherton gets there before anybody else. Gets it towards Hospitalis and turns nicely with it, gets it back to Atherton. This is Williams. Long ball played. Is Shea's going to get there before Austin? No, he will not. And Austin does well. James, there's this lady down in the uncovered section. She's busily waving a flag. She's all on her own, and she is waving the flag there and having a good time. She's
yeah, she looks like a teacher.
Yeah. She's not giving up the support. There she is.
Yeah.
Not giving up at all, waving the flag. I hope All Stars are taking note.
Yeah, she looks like one of the front liners of one of those big steel bands. They need flag wavers like that.
Especially when things are down. Well, here goes QRC talking about things are down. Can they get back in the game? Can they get at least a goal? The ball is played wide to Bailey. Bailey plays it down the line for Shaves. Here comes Austin. Does send it up front. Long ball for Lamsey, but it's picked up by Nunes. And this is Nelson. Nunes wins it. Goes down the line to Williams. Williams does well. Williams still on the run. Williams, eventually it comes off of the defender. Looked to be, let's see, could very well have been Thompson. And it goes out. It's going to be a corner, a left-sided corner for Fatima. It's going to be Williams with the corner. Tall figure and robust figure of Nunes and Williams have gone up. Here is not a good corner, cleared away by Caruth. Mohammed tussling for it with Atherton. Atherton decides to go back to Hospitalis. Plays a nice ball wide towards Bailey, who's come more in field. Looking to play a 1-2 with Romani. Can he keep it in? He can certainly. Plays it all the way back to Hospitalis. Sends it in field. Headed away. It's picked up by Lamsey. And he clears it upfield to no one in particular. And it's going to be a throw for Fatima. We see a substitution being made here by QRC. So Mohammed is coming off, and the man coming on, let's see, is it Ronaldinho James?
Oh wow, that's the most famous number 10, isn't he, Ronaldinho?
I think it's Ronaldinho James. We'll just confirm that in a minute.
Diego Maradona. And of course Lionel Messi in this modern era. We will confirm the player who came in just a bit.
Well, here is Lamsey going up. Well, it's not Ronaldinho James.
I'm disappointed.
They're telling me it's Aberdeen. Well, again, it's being given away by Thompson. Now, where goes Williams? Oh, he's pushed it too far. Another gift was nearly given, but this time Williams didn't accept it. The last player there, it looked like Thompson trying to dribble his way out of trouble, lost the ball, and they're lucky that they didn't pay with goal number 5. But here's Bailey. We'll have a look at that in a little bit again, James. But look at Bailey trying to go down the right side, takes it out. It's going to be a throw for QRC. let's have a look at that. Again, another mistake. The ball was won by Williams off of Thompson. It's Kenton Jones. There, Thompson lost the ball. We just missed that little part where he tried to dribble Williams, and in the end Williams pushed it too far and he lost it.
Yeah, he was wearing a steel-toe boot. Such was just too heavy, pushing it too far ahead. Gave the goalkeeper a chance, and well, their chance was gone.
So here's Jaden Williams. Atherton. Bailey. Looking for some support, turns with it, but it loose ball goes to Hospitalis, who does very well. Gets it back to Bailey. Back to Hospitalis. Good possession so far from Fatima, and a foul committed on our tongue, so it's going to be a free kick. Good possession there. And what I like about that, James, Fatima, they kept possession and moving the ball around, just waiting for that opening.
Yeah, they had good possession. What I'd like to see, though, utilizing the bigger spaces to get out of those tight areas. Good technical ability being shown in the small area, but there's lots of space on the other side, and that's where spatial awareness comes in, where players are able to identify space on the field and get into those areas as quickly as possible.
Very nice crowd here at the Hazel Crawford Stadium, a packed covered section, as that ball is played all the way back to Edwards. This is Nunes. Send that ball for Chaves, but he's not going to get there much before King, who plays it out, and it's going to be a throw for Fatima. So coming up to 10 minutes so far in this second half played, and Fatima has not been able to increase that 4-goal lead. It's still 4-0. Fatima leading. Ball played wide out towards Bailey. That's a good ball to Atong. Sent it to the far post, and no, he just came in a little too much on that, but it's still in play. And now it goes out of play. It's going to be a throw for Fatima. Really good ball there, James, from Atong. But Williams was attacking it when he should have really waited on it.
Yeah, he mistimed the flight, totally misjudged the flight of it. He was racing in. Got to pick up the flight first and then attack it. Did neither. And well, they missed out. That should have been a goal.
There is the Hudson Charles, the coach, just having a word as to maybe what other tactical move they can make to get a 5th goal and put this tie completely out of the reach. And I already think it's out of the reach of QRC, but stranger things have happened in the game of football. But here goes Karun, talking about strange things. But what great cover in there from Atherton. That was absolutely brilliant, and covering from Atherton. Now, I'm not sure if the referee's given a free kick. I thought, James, he won the ball fairly. But what was great about that was his covering. He realized his other central defender was going to be beaten, and the covering was excellent.
Yeah, that's excellent from Atherton. He was gone, nitrous oxide steaming out of him, and he thought that he was gone clear, but Atherton came across him well. Now, I don't think the referee blew for a foul, really. I'll be surprised if he did.
He played the ball cleanly, didn't he?
He did. I thought it might have been won cleanly. Perhaps would have blown because he was injured. But then I'm seeing the ball being spotted in the area. So I'm wondering if it's that tug on the shirt that came after Atherton took it is what the referee would have spotted. Look again, Atherton comes across him nice and clean, wins possession. Well, he did get the leg of the defender, didn't he, of the attacker, didn't he, Atherton? Yeah, and there's that tug.
Yeah, but
it could be either or.
Yeah, I thought he won the ball cleanly. You know, just the trailing leg, yeah. But
well, there we go. He called it because the player went down, so it wasn't a foul.
No,
and I think it was the right decision.
Yeah, it definitely the right decision. But here's Hospitalis getting it to Atong. Does well to keep it in, and eventually Franklin gives it away, and this is Romani looking to play it through to Chaves, but too far ahead of him. needed to play that ball to feet, but it was pushed in front of him, and it was always running away from Shaves.
Yeah, he was a bit flat-footed there, Shaves. Ball split into a good area. Just went at it late and couldn't get it in the end.
This is Hospitalis getting it wide towards Bailey. Bailey coming in field with it. Still Bailey trying to do a little too much. Atong picks it up, gets it to Hospitalis, but he quickly loses out as that ball won here by the man who came on as a substitute in Aberdeen. This is Aberdeen sending it over, looking there to get Nelson going, but Nunes picks it up as they come forward. Fatima, that ball played too far ahead of Williams, goes to Austin, who bowls it out to the right side. Gray, Philip Gray gets it back to Austin, not taking any chances this time. James clears it one time upfield. He must have been told at half time, if you were the coach, James, you would have probably tell the keeper, don't just kick it as far and as hard as possible.
I don't want to calm him down firstly, because you know it's a bit of nerves. He knows the error that he made. Everybody knows that the error that he made. No need to pong it in. Just gotta remind him of why he's in the sticks and why he's the number one.
The ball coming off of Hospitalis, and it's going to be a throw for QRC. Moving forward here with it is in fact Aberdeen, but muscled out of it by Bailey. This is Shaves. That's a good play. Gets it over the man's head. This is Shaves. Shaves, still Shaves. Still Shaves. Oh my word. What a run from this young man. Oh. Oh my word. Oh my word. Michael Shaves, take a bow, son. That would have been the only thing missing in that play, James Saunders, was the ball going in the back of the net.
Well, you said Michael Shaves. I'm certain his name must be Messi instead. A Messi-esque type of run. I don't like to hype them up too much, but this was really good. The only thing lacking from that was the finish. But boy, did it excite everybody here at the Easy Comfort Stadium.
Well, it's played into Shaves again. And in fact, the shot goes over the bar. But what a run. It started with the beautiful... Let's have a look at that Shaves run again. I think we need to see that Shaves run again. Because Shaves, it started with a flick. He flicked it around the defender, ran around, got the ball, and then started to come in. Well, look at the... He flicked it.
Yeah, they've got to roll it back to see that flick better, man.
Yeah, and then he came in field with it.
Good balance.
He was basically running, and he kept his feet. If he had gone down there, he would have got a free kick. What a run. Here is Hospitalis. This is Atherton. Gets it to Williams. Fatima's got to be careful playing around with the ball at the back. We've gone over the hour past. It's coming up to 62 minutes. And Fatima still leading by 4 goals to 0.
Well, Shaves, I was just thinking in my mind, I know it's quite early, but who stood out in this match for me? It's between Bailey, but Shaves is putting his hand up and saying, hey, I won this all by myself.
That's right. I mean, the goals were not spectacular goals. They were opportunist goals. But still, you've got to be there. You've got to be in the right spot at the time to put the ball in the back of the net. And he was there.
He's been quite industrious as well.
Oh yeah, he's a worker, isn't he?
What I love looking at him is how he attacks space. Look at this. Oh, well, I tell you what,
that's the play. That's the start of it, wasn't it? He was well aware of where the defender was. He knew there was space behind him, and look at the run. Just the final thing here, James. Well, you could see him going, aiming for that. What a goal that would have been, wouldn't it?
Mamma mia! That is beautiful.
Well, they're taking shaves off. What a pity. Oh, what a pity. Well, they're bringing Mason on for shaves. You can see the disappointment. James, he was enjoying himself, wasn't he?
No, I would want to hope. I'll tell you about it after this.
Well, that's going to be a free kick. There's going to be a yellow card. I think a yellow card is going to be issued.
I'd want to hope it's not because of that run that he's been taken off, and I'd want to hope that it's because they think a knock or they're comfortable enough. But I can't see why Shaves is coming off the field at the moment though.
Well, he was enjoying himself. Here is look at Thompson. You wanted, I would have said if he wanted the shirt, take it. But so there is the score at the moment. Fatima leading by 4-0. This is Noons. Goalkeeper Austin just making sure the wall is in the right place. So here is Noons. Hitting it low but straight to the keeper. Holds on to this.
He didn't make it look convincing, did he?
No, he didn't.
But he held on, most importantly. I'm looking at Shaves who just came off though, and he does look a tad disappointed. And I really hope that it's something tactical, or maybe because he's carrying a knock that the reason why he's been taken off.
Well, I'm not sure what could be tactical, unless you're saying, look, he's worked his socks off, and maybe the coach feels to give him a little bit of a rest. But when you're having that type of game and you're enjoying yourself, that could be up. Let's see if that's going to be a booking. Jaden Williams tackling from the back, because let's face facts, Aberdeen was away. Aberdeen had to run on Jaden Williams, and Jaden Williams tackled from the back and brought him down. Yes, there's Shaves walking around the field. And he's being congratulated, and that's really good from the assistant coach from QRC. That's excellent. I think that's fantastic. Well, hey, let's have a look. Whoa! A Brent Sancho tackle.
Yeah, that's two-footed. He's lucky he's on the field.
Yep. Well, he's got a yellow card, Jaden Williams, but nobody would have said if that was a red card, that because he was lunging two-footed at the player. So just about 66 minutes gone. Fatima leading by 4-0. And QRC with a free kick. It's Nelson. The lights have come on here at the Aisley Crawford Stadium. So Nelson, don't think he's going to go to goal from here. Oh, that's not a good ball. And Williams, who was yellow carded, gets it away. And that's a shot that goes straight. Not a shot really. I thought it was more of a clearance, but going straight into the arms of goalkeeper Edwards.
Yeah, he dealt with it well as well. Edwards, Tristan Edwards. Good hands holding on. I'm sure there are nervous moments from some fans after what they've seen on the opposite end of the field. But he's done well.
This is great. Sent that ball looking for Nelson. And Williams is there, he plays it out. It's going to be a throw for QRC. So Digans is going to make his way on for Fatima. There comes Aidan Digans, and leaving the field is Kaiba Romani. So Kiba Romani, the man on the field, and replaced by Digans. So this is Bailey, sends a long ball forward, trying to get the Gans going, but it comes right back in the heart of the defense. Williams clears it away. The Gans gets a good touch, sends it wide out towards Williams, who comes in field with it. Sends the cross in, but it's won back by QRC. But they give it right back to Fatima. The shot comes just wide. Looked to be Alcantara taking that shot, and it went just wide.
Yeah, that one blew some breeze past the far post, and well, he knew it came really close. He's happy though not to see it ball to the back of the net.
So Coach Kenwin Jones talking to the fourth official. Wonder what that conversation could have been about. Here's the shot going just wide. So Bailey going on that right side, sends that ball in field. And Digans giving chase. Still Digans. Comes in field. Digans! Oh, it's blocked away. Still Digans. And again, a chance goes a begging. You have to say, James, that Digans should have scored. He did all the hard work to put it into the back of the net and never really got his shot away.
Yeah, lots of bodies in front of him. Did try to get it away. Couldn't get it past the bodies in front of him. And QRC there, desperate defending, but it's effective.
Well, here's Bailey. Sends the ball over to the far side. It's headed away. But Atong plays it in field. Still Atong in possession. Gets it towards the ball played forward. Out comes Austin. Doesn't pick it up. And in fact, Austin stays down. Now getting up. But very, very brave, James. But that's the life of a goalkeeper. You've got to be brave and you've got to be a little bit crazy.
Yeah, but he came at it a bit awkwardly as well. Austin is diving forward, left his head exposed, and but for a moment I held my breath as well, and I was the goalkeeper. Yeah,
well, let's have a look
in the area, and but he just dived the head first there, Austin, to get ahead of the attacker. Yeah. Oh, it's lucky.
Lucky, very, very lucky.
He just missed his head.
That could have ended but pretty badly.
His hands first, head down. While they're warming up somebody else.
This is Noons out on that far side. Fatima kicking towards the movie tongue end here at the Hasely Crawford Stadium. Scored all the goals in the first half, but here comes Fatima again, and a bit of a mix-up there between the defender and the goalie, and eventually the ball goes out and it's gone for I think the referee is given a free kick. Yes, he's given a free kick. So just about 72 minutes gone in this game. Still another 18 minutes left. Williams with the header. Going to be a free kick for QRC. 4-0. That was the halftime score. Fatima, they have not increased the lead in this second half. This is Tuckett. But it's won here by Let's see. Atong, and the ball coming off of a QRC defender, and Fatima get a through, but they're going to make a substitution in the meantime. It looks like,
Cade
is it Collier?
It's coming in.
Yeah, Cade Collier.
Williams comes out.
And Chime Williams is off. So Collier for Chime Williams. Says Jaden Williams is going to take the throw. Oh no, he's given a free kick. So the free kick, Jaden sends it over onto the far side, gets it towards Atherton. Coming forward with it, decides to get it towards Hospitalis. Plays that ball wide, and Atong just couldn't get around in time to stop it from going outside, and it's gone for a throw.
I'll tell you what, the rhythm hasn't died down from both sets of supporters. QRC supporters, credit to them, they've kept going. They're waving their flags, they're on their feet at times, and of course the drums. But I tell you whose drum is beating loud at the moment. It's the boys in the yellow and blue, Fatima College.
Aberdeen gets a ball in field, but it's cleared away. I think Fatima, they're looking for another goal, James, but they're solid. In other words, they're saying quite obviously, if they can't score, QRC must not score.
What I'd like to see from Fatima College, though, is them keep that intensity up. They've got to keep one eye on the national intercall when they most certainly will be facing strong opposition. And if I were the coach, if I were Hudson Charles and company, I would certainly want to see that intensity maintained for 90 minutes, or at least very close to it. Well, despite the opposition that you're playing, you've got to maintain your level. There we go, Kerry Batiste, Kenvin Jones, lots of experience in their end, but they've had a bad day.
They've had. And you know, when you look back at this game, and I'm sure when they look back at it, they will look at the mistakes they've made at the back, and they will say, you know, had they not made those mistakes, this game could have been so different. So 75 and a half minutes gone here, and 4 goals to nil. That's a strong challenge. The referee saying, go on, play on. So this is the Coca-Cola Zone Intercall final. Fatima leading by 4 goals to nil. That's ball going way over to the far side. Nunes picks it up. Gets the return ball. He's going to go all the way back, I would think. Yes, he does. Towards Atherton. This is Jaden Williams. The Atong flicks it on towards the Gans, and it's played out for a throw by King. For Fatima has a throw, as King was the one playing it out. It's going to be a throw for QRC this time. They are the QRC rhythm section. They're still smiling. Well, except that guy there, James. He's looking around, but he's not smiling at all. This is Austin. Atherton plays it down. It's Degan. Getting it wide. Looks to be Alcantara in that advanced position. Plays it all the way back to Atherton. He's on a run now. Running at the heart of the QRC defense. Eventually it comes off of Gray, and it's going to be a throw for Fatima. So the shot comes, but straight to the goalkeeper.
Well, that's the most confident save he's made all day. I'm glad to see that he's picked up his confidence though. Cristiano Austin, he's a decent goalkeeper. He's had a bad day, but he will get better. And when he looks back at this match, he will certainly learn where he went wrong and hopefully be able to improve.
Well, here's Atong playing that ball in towards the guns. This is another chance. Here's Bailey. Too long, but he still got possession and eventually it's cleared away. No, he should have put that ball in the back of the net.
And that's the simple things I was talking about earlier on. As good as he's been, Bailey, I thought maybe he should have scored here. Did everything right, throws the goalkeeper, and should have passed off that Kate Collier, who was an option facing goal. Chose the wrong option this time, and that's what you want to see your players do. Make the right decisions, despite what the scoreline says, despite who you're playing against.
Well, here's Hospitalis with a corner. Goes over to the far side. And the ball is played back here. And it's going to be a free kick and a yellow card. Another yellow card. This time, let's see, the man who has got it, it is Lampsey. So Lampsey is the one who gets that yellow card. Naughty tackle there, James.
Yeah, slid in behind, and he was very late as well. That will get you detention in school. On the football field, it'll get you yellow cards.
So the Fatima player still down, and it looks to be Alcantara on that far side. See some instructions being given to Caruth. Of course, he is the skipper of the QRC team.
But he's getting instructions from a very, very good man, Caru Batiste. Played a number of games for Trinidad and Tobago national team, was one of the most prolific domestic strikers at the time. I think he has the record domestically for the most goals scored in the season, 52. And these are the records that were officially counted, including 12 internationals that year.
Well, here is the ball sent in field, cleared away. So far we've been playing what? 80. We've reached 80 minutes, James. So 35 minutes so far of this second half. And QRC will say to themselves, well, Fatima has not been able to score in the second half. It's a bit of a moral victory for them.
And at halftime, when we came back out, that's exactly what I said. You know, what QRC would like to achieve, at least for their fans' sake, is to make it as difficult as possible for Fatima. And they've done really well. But it's a good time as well, Colin, I guess, to check out our Sportsmax app moment. And, well, we've had some moments in this game that has dazzled. And I think this is the best of them. And well, in the 61st minute, this is what happened. There we go. It started with this man, Chaves. Oh, look at him. Just running like the gingerbread man. Nobody could stop him. Only thing stopping him was the finish. But it was well deserving nonetheless of our Sportsmax app moment.
So the player got some treatment, and we're just about getting ready to restart here. This Dube coming on for Kwashi. Kwashi, of course, James, the hero in that game against Malik, but Dube has come on for him. This is Nelson getting it back there towards that guy who has just come on, Dube, but Fatima come through that left side and giving chase is Bailey, and the ball sent upfield. I think the closeness of the game, James, has really lost, the game has lost its intensity. It's lost its real appeal, simply because Fatima now, they're coasting basically.
Yeah, it's lost its appeal because it's not a contest.
Yeah, that's right.
To be fair, QRC never looked like scoring in this match. Fatima, they've controlled the possession, they've controlled chances, and in the second half, well, they've taken the foot off the gas. And doesn't make it the most interesting viewing for viewers, but I'm sure in the Fatima dugout they're going to be happy at least that they can walk away with this, particularly injury-free, moving into the national finals with a North Zone title as well.
Well, it's going to be a free kick at the back for, looks to be the man taking it and sending it upfield was great. He's won a throw for QRC. So just about 6.5 minutes to go in this game. They are two very interested spectators. They look so interested in this game.
Yeah, they look very interested. I'm guessing they're QRC supporters.
Well, there is Fatima going forward with it. Looks to be the Gans. Gets it to Atong. Atong trying to go down that right side. Runs into a lot of traffic. But they get a throw. And Atong seems to be down at the moment. Getting a bit of cramp maybe.
Yeah, it's been a heavy conditions on the foot. And they've been running their socks off. Well, he doesn't like that bit of contact. Well, I can see smiles and I can see serious faces. That's the story of this match. That's how it has been for both sets of supporters. One set have been quite jubilant. The other, well, what's the opposite of jubilant? You take your pick of your vocabulary choice.
The opposite of jubilant? I'm not too, well, very sad.
Well, that works as well.
Well, we're just about 5 minutes away from Fatima being crowned champions of the Coca-Cola North Zone. As QRC looking to come forward, but it's one back here and not given away, and then the ball played up front. This is QRC moment. Here goes Aberdeen, but not a good challenge though in the end coming from Williams. And you have to say, you know, there was one naughty tackle from him, but he's looked good. He's been solid at the back for Fatima as they come forward now, trying to create something of their own. I think Aberdeen just had one touch too much in which he gave Williams the opportunity to get the ball.
Well, here's a piece of vocabulary for you. That's a good old-fashioned blade. That's what they call them in my time. Cut down and put a proper piece of lumber on him. And there was a bit of action, Colin, that he made after he made that tackle. I'll be quite intrigued to see up close exactly what he did.
Well, it's going to be a free kick for Fatima with Hospitalis. Sends it in field and put over the bar. Well, who was that? Looks like the Gans, is it? Got to do better. Should have done better. Was a good free kick from Hospitalis.
Yeah, he couldn't hit a barn door with that shot. Kicks out in the haystack. Unfortunately, didn't get his coordinates anywhere close to where you would have imagined. That just tells the story of the second half for Fatima. Puffed and puffed, but they've found it difficult to blow the QRC door down.
So it looks like Fatima looking to make another substitution, but they go down the left side. Nunes sends it across. And the player on looks to be Yearwood. Savio Yearwood is the man coming on, and I understand it's going to be Atong coming off. So the free kick about to be taken, and Atong is the man coming off, and Aberdeen going on.
He's put in a solid shift at Town.
James, who's your man of the match? There is the confirmation of that substitution, Yearwood, for Atong.
Well, I was a bit torn, but I think in the end that it's going to come down to Bailey for me.
Oh, that's a tough tackle, but going to be a free kick for Fatima. Lead forward. That's a good ball. Playing it down that left side. And here comes Fatima again. And this could be a chance. Comes off the QRC defender and he clears it away. So I think he didn't get it before it went for a corner. And it's going to be a corner. So we just got a minute and a half left, and I understand it's going to be 2 minutes added on.
Yeah.
I am torn though as well, James. I'm looking at Shaves. Even though he was substituted early, he scored 2 goals. He was a live wire. That run, the Sports Max app moment with that run, I know he didn't play the entire game, but to me, he was very instrumental in Fatima winning this game by 4-0.
Yeah, can't debate that as well. The only thing that went against him for me, perhaps, was the fact that he came off on the hour mark.
Yeah. That's a shot coming from distance. What about the defenders? Any defenders you would look at? Hospitalis, Williams, Nunes. The midfielders. Really and truly. What about Williams?
He's been solid as well.
Chaim Williams, thought he was good, but
in terms of influence, I think it comes down to both Shaves and this man, Bailey.
Bailey, yeah. So this is Bailey, plays it back, and eventually, let's see a sliding tackle coming in. So we just got about 15 seconds left. James, that's your call. Man of the match. Come on, James. Let's hear you.
Now, looking at Shaves, and he did score goals. He did well to score.
Here's a chance. That's good save from the keeper.
You know, they always favor goal scorers, so...
Yeah. I would give it to Shaves, and even though he was substituted early, I thought his influence in the game, especially in the first half, turned it in favor of Fatima. And even that second half, the little bit he played, the 18 or 20 minutes he played, that run from him, I tell you, had he scored that, James, you would have had no doubt to give it to him.
Most certainly.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. The jury is decided then.
So this is the ball played back. Fatima looking for that 5th goal. It's played through, this could be it. And that's a good save in the end. But the ball seemed to be just stuck under the foot there of, is that Alcantara?
Who made the pass? Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey, sorry, that's right. But this is Nunes. Plays it forward and cleared away again by QRC. So when you think of it, Fatima, it was 4-0 at the half and they've not scored in the second half. Kudos to the defending of QRC. This is Hospitalis getting it down the line and the ball comes across, but cleared away again. Nunes, is he going to look for the shot? Still Nunes looking to play it through, and the turn and the shot, and Nunes is going to put it in the back of the net. So Nunes has come. The shot and the turn was by that man Bailey. He turned, he had the shot, and there is Nunes showing off his dance moves. He's as good as me, James, with the dancing.
I think he's better.
Well, I'm not sure, James.
Well, certainly at scoring goals, he is.
Oh, that's for sure. So Fatima leading now by 5-0. Well, I think we had a prediction of that, James.
Yeah, gobble. When the keeper spills, he's going to get the crumbs. It's the boogeyman. And what a goal from Nunes. And that's it. Goal number 5 and a game winner.
So 5-0 here. Fatima winning very comfortably in the end. And at the end of it, it was a comfortable victory. The game was really dead and buried after 25 minutes, James, when they were leading by 3-0.
Yeah, it was over very, very early from the very first mistake, and Fatima took advantage. After that, by the end of 45, this game was well in control of Fatima. I think they might feel a tad disappointed not to do more in the second half. QRC certainly put up a better fight then, but I think the better team deserves to be crowned North Zone champions, and that better team is Fatima College.
And no doubt about it. So they've crowned themselves champions in the North Intercol. They finished second to St. Benedict's in the league, but here they made absolutely no mistake to take the North Zone crown, and they took it very easily by 5-0 there. Fatima coming away comfortable winners. So let's have a look, James, at the highlights, and we'll have a look at those highlights in a minute or two, because at the end of it, there's Coach Kenwin Jones. He must be hurting a little bit, because the performance of his team really and truly wasn't all that bad. It's just that they gave away the ball in bad areas, and because of that, they were able to they conceded the 5 goals.
Yeah, it's tough for Kenwin Jones. At the end of the day, you can only work with the tools that you've been given, and I just think that the tools that Fatima had were clearly quite superior to what Kenwin Jones had. Give us team credit though, they did put up a fight and they did respond well to the second half, but I don't think it was enough to get the better of this Fatima team, who has been head and shoulders above everybody else. This is how it started for them though. Bailey involved quite early, putting all the dancing moves ahead, and a mistake from the goalkeeper Cristiano Austin, and well, Shaves is there to gobble up. Fortuitous, but he gave his team something to smile about early. That was 1-0, and then came this too narrow defending, and Williams just slips it under the goalkeeper, and that was easy peasy for them. A second quite early, and that is where the tide of the game seemed to turn for Fatima College. Lots of individual errors. Bailey again involved, and this time going all alone and showing him exactly how it's done. Involved in 2 build-up and getting a goal of his own. Certainly loved how he picked the pocket of the defender, and well, that was an easy as ever finish for Bailey. And disaster didn't seem very far around the corner for QRC, although they did have opportunities to inflict some blows of their own, and that was not taken by any stretch of the imagination. But then some self-infliction here. The back pass closed down well by Shaves, and you've got to give him credit for closing down the goalkeeper really well. And easy for him as he rolled that into the back of the net. I don't hear saying easy for we. Well, he must be a fan, because that looked easy for him as well. Shaves getting his second of the match. That was 4-0 at half-time. In the second half, it was more of the same than the Shaves show. Just before he came off the flick, and then the trick. Or let's make that plural, tricks. Weaving around everybody, going all alone, and everybody was begging for this to go in. But unfortunately, that was not to be, as it went wide. And then Fatima College at the death tried to flash some at goal. Cristiano happy not to see that one bulge his net. And then they hopped again, but this time he was much better in the second half. Cristiano Austin, as Fatima tried to shut their lead. QRC did have some moments, and well, about that old-fashioned blade, you call that one, from Williams. And in the end, an error, and well, you know what they do with errors, Fatima College. Noon's getting on the end of it, and there's the dance moves to boot, and he can celebrate together with the fans, because they are celebrating being crowned North Zone champions with a 5-0 win.
That goal from Noon's, the shot and the turn from Bailey, but let's have a look at the stats. 3 shots to QRC, 26 for Fatima, shows the dominance of the Fatima team. 18 shots on target as opposed to 1 for QRC. 9 fouls to 6. There were 2 yellow cards for Queens Royal College, 1 for Fatima, no red cards, 2 offside sides. Fatima 1 for QRC. 6 corners for Fatima, 1 for QRC. There were 13 saves made by the QRC custodian Austin, whereas the Fatima custodian Edwards, he just had 1 save. There was and the possession, 64% possession as opposed to 36% from QRC. So those are the highlights, those are the stats. Let's go down to Siobhan, see who she has with her.
Well, folks, I am pitchside here at the Hazy Crawford Stadium with our man of the match today, Michael Shaves. Congratulations to you. And joining us now is Mary Gonzalez and Anthony Lovelace with some presentations on behalf of the SSFL and Coca-Cola for our man of the match. First off, we have a medal, and secondly, we have our Coca-Cola hamper. So Michael, you guys really set the tone for today. You performed a brace today, so that's 2 goals. With you scoring the first goal in the 2nd minute, how are you feeling right now?
I'm elated. I just love the experience. I came out aggressive, did what the coach wanted, and we see the result at the end of the game.
So coming up next for you and your team is the national semi-final. So you guys are going to go up against the winner of the East Zone final. How are you and your team going to prepare for this?
We're going to go back in training. We're going to watch over these games, see what we did wrong, and prepared for whoever the East Zone winner is, when that is.
Well, congratulations again, Michael, and all the best.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your winnings.
Thank you.
All right, folks, I'm going to send it over to Hans, who is with our coaches right now.
All right. Joining me on the pitch right now, assistant coach Kerry Batiste. Now, unfortunately, you all weren't able to get the better of Fatima College today, but what do you make of the young men's season and performance today?
Since March, but first thing first, congrats to Fatima. They work hard, I think they deserve it. But our guys, we have been working hard since March. We are really proud of them, and we hope it's a learning and living experience for these guys and them for next season.
Well, from here, where do you all go in terms of rebuilding the team and making sure you're all ready for the next season?
Yeah, the coach will have to go back to, we will have to go back to the drawing board and let these guys know, when it's time to put our head down and get the game going, this is what we have to do. It takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work, attitude, a whole movement. So it's a living and learning experience.
Thank you very much, Assistant Coach Kerry Batiste. And of course, thank you to the young men of QRC. You all actually made it this far, and that in itself, of course, is an achievement. Well, this year signaled a big return for Fatima College, and a man that was very much responsible for that, Coach Baba Hudson Charles.
Yeah, man.
I mean, what do you make of the young men's performance today?
I think it was terrific. We had a plan for QRC, and I think the plan worked to perfection.
Now, up next, you all face the winner of the East Zone, which can either be Trinity College East or Sawa North, who you all faced in the SSFL Premiership semi-final division. How do you prepare, and who would you rather face?
All right, it doesn't matter who I play. Remember, I told you when we lose the finals that I am going to play in the national finals. Intercol final, that is. And so far, we are on track. So whoever come next, they just had to move away.
Yes, they got to be aware. All right, thank you very much, Coach Hudson Charles, and congratulations. You all are the Coca-Cola Intercol North Zone champions. Fatima, definitely a big return this season in the Coca-Cola Intercol 2022. We await the actual presentation of these young men collecting their medal and, of course, the trophy for the Coca-Cola Intercol North Zone. All right, James Saunders and Colin Murray join me on the pitch. James, Colin, what do you all actually make of today's game?
Yeah, I think it was a very good performance from Fatima College, much as I expected. I was quite disappointed by QRC, the way that they started the game. Lots of individual errors, took the game away from them quite early. I thought they recovered well in the second half, but at the end, it was too little, too late.
Colin Murray.
Yeah, the game was done basically after 25 minutes. Defensive errors. I said before the game, that basically QRC leaked goals. Today they leaked 4. They basically gave Fatima 4 goals. You know, and you can't do that in a final, and you can't do that against a quality team. It's just impossible.
Now, moving forward, they either face Trinity College East or Sawa North. What do you make of the options, guys?
Well, I think it's going to be a revenge match. They'd want to face San Juan North again, or San Juan North in reverse would want to face them. So perhaps Fatima might be hoping to avoid that altogether. But of course, those teams that have met before, they'd have seen each other. And I feel that a San Juan Fatima game is a game that the fans and neutrals would certainly be wanting to see yet again.
Yeah, but don't discount Trinity East. Trinity East is a quality team. They've got some really good players coming up front, and they could create problems for San Juan North. No, I'm not suggesting that they're going to beat San Juan North, but what I'm going to suggest is that if San Juan, and I'm basing it on the last game where Arima North really ran them, you know, they really ran them, and you know, if Trinity North play well and we keep talking about Sween and Noel, if they can contain Sween and Noel, don't discount Trinity East, but that's going to be a good final.
Definitely is. Well, we're getting ready for the players of Queens Royal College to collect their second place medals for reaching this point in the Intercol. Definitely still something that they can be proud of, gentlemen.
Oh, of course. I think they've got to the final. You know, they really, and what I liked about the QRC team is they really came from behind on all occasions. To me, that 5-2 deficit against Tranquility, coming back to win on penalty kicks, and against Malik to be 2-1, to be 1-0 down. Let's face facts. You know, that shows the fight and the guts and the determination of that QRC team.
All right, well, here we see the young men collecting their medals right now.
And of course, they've got a cast of dignitaries handing out medals. Mariri Louis Gonzalez, of course, you saw Coca-Cola representative Anthony Lovelace. Former Education Minister Anthony Garcia is also part of the contingent.
And a former principal of Fatima.
As well. Yeah. So handing out medals. And these young men, the only reason that they should be hanging their heads is to get their silver medals. But I think they should feel proud enough that they would have gotten to the final of things, QRC. It's a young team Kenwin Jones has had. Fatima College, of course, in terms of personnel, they've got lots of talent. They've got a nice development program going on. But QRC shouldn't feel too disappointed.
Yeah, Queens Royal College, all of the players that put in that actual work. We're looking at the names like Cristiano Austin, Musadik Mohammed, Nathan Kwashi, Micah Nelson, Kalen Tuckett, Nicholas Thompson, Aidan Karutu served as their captain, Philip Gray, Zachary King, Tao Lamziri, Tashawn Franklin, Jaheem Afan, Malik Harraman, Rashawn Dubé, Mikel Cardinal, Ronaldinho James, Zion Aberdeen, and of course Seth Eve. Their starting lineup for this entire match. And now we get ready for the champions as we see the supporters of Fatima College in the crowd. We start with number 9 from Fatima College.
Mason. And there is Alcantara in a tower of strength at a defensive midfielder. Then we say Chaim Williams. He scored a lot of goals.
Yeah, he scored in the finals today as well.
And
Colin, of course, Cade
Collier
coming in to collect his
medal. Coming on most of the times as a substitute.
Jose Atong, a good shift from him. He came off just before the end of 90 minutes.
Man of the match coming up.
Yeah.
Is it Shaves? Michael Shaves?
Hospitalis.
Oh, that's how
he's been very good
actually.
In defense.
He's been excellent as a right back.
Yeah, what about the goalkeeper Tristan Edwards?
Oh, excellent as well.
And well, this was a contender, Colin, for man of the match here. Williams.
Jaden Williams? Yeah,
he's been solid
a tower of strength in defense, hasn't he?
Then, of course, Darius Jordan receiving from Mariri Gonzalez as well. Savio Yearwood played bit part as a substitute, but he did come on in the finals to enjoy it. And Johanse Arterton, I know his father is somewhere in the audience here looking on. He's always here at every match supporting young Arterton. Keeper Romani has been a mainstay for Fatima College.
Yeah, he scored a lot of very good goals as well at key moments.
Elijah Camacho did get an opportunity to come on as well. And this man, Michael Shaves, our man of the match.
Yep, Michael Shaves. He's a real... He doesn't know how to stop running, does he?
Aiden DeGans, he's been an important cog in the Fatima wheel as well.
When it comes to not being able to pass Fatima College's defense, definitely one of the names that you would call.
But there's Elijah Noons. He's been a tower of strength too at left back. And then, as you rightly said, goalkeeper Tristan Edwards.
Yeah, Tyrese Romain as well. He's been a backup for Tristan for much of this match.
And
of
the
course,
technical staff.
Yeah, of course, we've got Hisham Gomes, a former player himself, now a chef, and the rest of the technical staff. What a competent technical staff. Of course, Stephen Williams, Russell Sutton, Declan Squires, the former goalkeeper as well, Nation Rollo, Damian Frederick. And here's the big names, Hudson Barber Charles, many caps for the defense force. Stephen Williams as well, former player, his son also part of the team, and Declan Squires, a former goalkeeper back in my era. And what a phenomenal talent. But I think it's going to be the captain.
And bringing up the rear,
and what a performance from him.
Oh, he's been excellent. We have seen them about 4 or 5 times, and I don't think he has played a bad game. He scores the goals, he assists. He's really a tower of strength in that Fatima team lineup.
Yes, Mr. Bailey. So as we get ready, these young men, they have fought the fight every step of the way in the Coca-Cola Intercol North Zone. They faced many teams on their way to this particular day. And today, after building their program for many months, after working hard, making the sacrifices in terms of their life, these are your 2022 Coca-Cola Intercol North Zone champions. Raising their trophy right now, we present to you Fatima College.
2022 North Zone. And if one has to say, well deserved. They were easily the better team. When you think of it, James, they have scored 25 goals without response in the Intercol series, in the Coca-Cola Intercol series. Heading across to their supporters now. The party has now begun.
Yeah, and I expect it's a party that will go long into the evening.
Thank you very much, Colin Murray, James Saunders. Excellent commentary for the entire game. And here we see the boys of Fatima College celebrating with each and every one of their supporters that came out to support them today. The boys from Mokarapa Road have captured the Coca-Cola 2022 Intercol North Zone Championship.
What an exciting matchup today, Hans. Now we had the first zonal final. Now we have our new North Zone champions, Fatima College. We still have some other zonal finals. We have the Central Zone, Tobago, East, and South still to come.
Yeah, and of course Central. So listen, it is the start of the zonal finals here in Trinidad and Tobago. The North Zone champion won by Fatima College. Coming up on Monday, we get ready for the Central Zone finals, where Chaguanas North Secondary look to take away the title from Carapachima East Secondary School at Atto Bolden Stadium. Of course, we bring you all of that action live on Monday. The final score here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium inside the Coca-Cola Intercol North Zone. Queens Royal College 0 and Fatima College walking away with 5 goals and the championship.
I guess all that is left to say right now is congratulations to our North Zone champions, Fatima College. What an exciting match here at the Hazley Crawford.
Definitely. On behalf of Siobhan, my name is Hans Devines, and on behalf of the entire Sportsmax team, thank you for watching. We leave you with some images of today.